Hello everyone. Today we are here for week 1 of TGS, where we are playing our opponent Burger of the Denver Drowsies. So, week 1 of course is always going to be a match that you want to win. I think it always entails that you're going to have a good season for it if you can secure that W on week 1. So, definitely gunning for that, and we're just going to cover, our team, the team that we brought, and the match so that, you all can see what this week 1 entailed. So, let's just dive right into it, okay? For a reminder of what our team is, our team consists of Dragapult, Terra King Gambit, Samurott Hisui, Glim, Ninetales Alola, Thundee T, Mesprit, Quagsire, and Ice Cube. For our opponent Burger, his team consists of Garchomp, Enamorus, which is his Terra Captain, Sneasler, Scizor, Slowbro, Serena, Hisuian Arcanine, Dunsparce, Galar Moltres, and Bellibolt. So first thoughts looking at how our teams compare. Things like Enamorus is really threatening for my team just because I only really have one fairy switch in, being Glim. And of course Enamorus has access to Earth Power, which can easily just obliterate it. So I'm definitely going to have to run some type of King Gambit that can answer his Terra Enamorus. My Terra Captain is almost going to have to check his Terra Captain. That alongside Scizor is very annoying for my team just because Scizor kind of hard walls Ninetales and has access to things like Brick Break and Defog, which can counter my Auroraville strategies. So kind of finding a way to answer Scizor as well as not succumbing to an SD set with like something like SD, BP, and Quick Attack is definitely something I have to watch out for. And then really just some other things that he has, like hazards from Garchomp, and I would say definitely Bellibolt. More so like a Spadef set are definitely things that are annoying for me. In terms of what I think Burger brings, I think he would definitely bring a like his Garchomp, his Enamorus, Sneasler, so his top 3. I think Scizor also definitely comes. And then lastly, for if I was him, I would bring Serena, and I would bring either Bellibolt or probably Hisuian Arcanine, I would say. So in terms of what I have that's threatening versus him, I really like the matchup of Thundee T plus Alolan Ninetales here, just because Ninetales will give Thunderous access to Weather Ball Hail, which can hit the Garchomp super effectively. So it's a nice combo there, as well as the fact that Thunderous can easily come in on Scizor afterwards if it comes in on Ninetales. So additionally, I also really like the offensive pressure that Samurott applied, just because he doesn't have the greatest dark switch-ins. All of them are pretty offensive mons in nature, so Samurott looks very, very solid. And then lastly, King Gambit also has very much the potential to sweep if I can get a Terra type that's going to wall some of his faster offensive threats. So yeah, let's just look into this first matchup and the team that we brought. So starting off, we're going to be bringing a Choice Scarf Dragapult with Dragon Darts, Phantom Force, Shadow Ball, U-Turn. So the idea behind this set is I really wanted a mon that could outspeed and revenge kill something like Choice Scarf Fairy, Terra Enamorus, because something that is really capable of cleaning my team, especially if I let King Gambit go down. And so not only that, Choice Scarf Enamorus that I'm worrying about is also Scale Shot Garchomp. So I really wanted a Scarfer that could outspeed the two, and I really felt that Choice Scarf Dragapult could get the job done effectively. I also found just through testing that any sort of breaker Dragapult really just didn't have the opportunity to get in and click buttons. So Choice Scarf was the set that would be the most efficient and most useful. I kind of wanted to fit Double Edge on there, but I didn't really have the move slot to. Double Edge just to hit Enamorus and Galar Moltres the same, but yeah, I thought that the set was the most applicable to his team. So next up, we have pretty much our dedicated lead here, being Rocky Helmet, bulky offensive Mesprit, rocking Ice Punch, Fire Punch, Thunder Wave, South Rocks with the Rocky Helmet. The idea behind this is that I wanted to have a lead that would stop Garchomp from just getting up hazards versus me early on, and I thought Mesprit would be the best way to handle that. So with Mesprit, we have Ice Punch for the Garchomp, and we have Fire Punch for the Scizor, two very threatening mons versus me. And then really everything else, I plan on clicking T-Wave versus. T-Wave will allow me to not only cripple whatever lead he has, but also then get up Stealth Rocks afterwards, which will then reveal to me what the items are on a Namorous to know if he's Scarf or Boots or not. And then also revealing things like Moltres items as well. Next, we have Thundy T rocking Thunderbolt, Psychic, Naspot, Agility with the heavy duty boots. This is kind of a basic Thunder spread. Really, the idea behind this is just to set up behind Veil. The reason for why I opted for Psychic over something like Weather Ball is just because I felt that Psychic would be a little bit easier to apply to most of his mons, because I would really need the hail turns to last in order for Weather Ball to be effective. And I just felt like Psychic got consistent damage across the board when it comes to things like Belly Bolt, Serena, Garchomp. So yeah, other than that, I'm rocking Naspot Agility because I definitely think that there are some opportunities where I may prefer one over the other, and I definitely wanted Nasty Pot just in general to be able to break through Spadef Belly Bolt. Next, we have Air Balloon, King Gambit with the Terra Poison, rocking Cowtop Cleave, Sucker Punch, Iron Head, Swords Dance. So the idea behind this set is I really wanted a mon that could take advantage of something like Choice Scarf, Terra Fairy, Locked, Moonblast from a Namorous. And so King Gambit is the best one to handle that. With Air Balloon too, it allows me so that if he has a non-choice locked Namorous and he kills one of my mons, I can bring in my Gambit and essentially force him to swap because he wouldn't be able to Earth Power me. And that could then give me a free Swords Dance to then try and sweep his team. As well as Air Balloon also helping me check things like Garchomp as well. So yeah, I think King Gambit is definitely one of the mons I'm looking towards cleaning this game. And then I think one of the mons that will definitely help facilitate that is this Alolan Ninetales with the Light Clay, rocking Blizzard, Chilling Water, Aurora Veil, and Encore. This is basically utility Ninetales, meant to really check Garchomp and then just get up that Veil to help our setup threats. Chilling Water is there specifically for the Hisuian Arcanine. I found that Hisuian Arcanine getting the opportunity to come in versus Alolan Ninetales is pretty threatening just because I don't have the best switch-ins to it even if I have a Veil. So Chilling Water with the minus attack drop plus the Snow defense boost will allow me to 1v1 and take out Hisuian Arcanine with Alolan Ninetales. I'm rocking Encore just so that I can Encore threats like Galar Moltres and Calm Mind and Namorous if they are looking to potentially sweep me late game. And then lastly, we have Hisuian Arcanine rocking the Custap Berry with Ceaseless Edge, Aqua Jet, Endure, and Swords Dance. The idea behind this is that I found in testing that really the only mon that really allows for a Namorous to come in and click a button versus me is Hisuian Samurott. And so I like the idea of Custap Berry to potentially swap the momentum, I guess. With Custap Berry and Endure, I can Endure on an Namorous that's looking to revenge kill me, and I can then pressure him with a boosted Ceaseless Edge / Aqua Jet. Hisuian Samurai is pretty expendable. It's really just here so I don't lose to a SD Scizor BP endgame. Other than that, it's kind of can be used for whatever I want, so some flexibility there. But yeah, this is the team that we brought for Burger. We'll just dive right into the matchup now. So, we'll go ahead and switch this viewpoint. We can see that Burger ended up bringing Scizor, a Namorous, Moltres, Garchomp, Serena, and Belly Bolt. And we'll just get this match started so we can also see the Terra type that he brought as well. So, the Terra type he did end up bringing on a Namorous is Fairy, which is what I predicted. And he ends up leading with Belly Bolt, and as I lead with my Mesprit, and I just decided to get up my rocks just because there's not really much else that I can do with my Mesprit. And unfortunately, I don't carry knockoff. I really wanted to, but I just didn't have the slot. So I'm basically just kind of forced to just get a little bit of chip on Belly Bolt and force him to potentially slack off, as I can then get momentum afterwards. So he ends up deciding to click substitute in front of my Ninetales swap in. And this is really good for me because now I can basically just encore him into the substitute and force him out. So pretty advantageous switch by me. I'm honestly should have doubled out knowing that Scizor was going to come in, but I opted to go for Aurora Veil just to kind of get some momentum that way. And then I bring out my Thundurus on a BP, and I realized from that damage that he's most definitely choice banded, as there's no way BP would do about 20% regularly with Veil up. So I then proceed to go for the Nasty Plot as he goes out into Garchomp, and here I'm essentially forced to Psychic as I don't carry Weather Ball, but with Veil up and me being boosted, I have the opportunity to just do a kill this Garchomp. But as you're going to see here, he ends up getting a crit with one of the scale shots, which basically makes it so that I'm not able to eat 2 of them. So pretty unfortunate there. I mean, he did miss a Toxic with Mesprit, so it kind of balances out. But I mean, yeah, so I ended up going to Ninetales on the second scale shot because I didn't want him to get to +2 and really, make it so that he's threatening my entire team. So getting my Ninetales as he swaps out into Belly Bolt, and I click Blizzard just to get some chip, and I click Blizzard again intending to try and get that 2-hit kill, as you saw Blizzard do 29% the first time, but fortunately I miss out, but I do secure the freeze. So that luck sort of balancing out right there. Very happy with that freeze. And now he's essentially forced to sack Belly Bolt or swap out, and he goes up to Scizor. I get that nice beautiful chip, and knowing that he's banded, I'm just gonna elect to sack my Mesprit here, get off that Rocky Helmet chip. Mesprit's not really needed for anything else, and now this gives me an opportunity to set up with Samurott. So I get up that SD, and I'm like, okay, I just am hoping and praying that Ceaseless Edge kills, but then sadly I miss out on the KO, and he gets off that Rapid Spin, and now I'm really just not in a good spot. Really unfortunate I missed on that KO, but it is what it is. I didn't really calc there just because I had no other play but to Ceaseless Edge. But yeah, sadly I was carrying something like X-Scissor to guarantee that. So he ends up gutting off that fat Rapid Spin, and now I'm basically forced to swap because he has a speed boost. But luckily for me, he misses the Power Whip. I'm able to get up my Aurora Veil before he hits the next one, and yeah, I'm able to just secure a kill with Blizzard afterwards. And Belly Ball is eliminated. So then he decides to go out to Scizor. He clicks U-turn here on my Samurott switch in. I was actually kind of shocked. I thought he would kind of just go for the safe BP. But yeah, but here I'm like, okay, well, he's put me in range of my Custap. And with Custap, I should be able to get off a Ceaseless Edge before I die and get up that one last spike to take out things like this 2% Serena, and basically make it so that Scizor only has one more swap in. But sadly, I did not know mechanics that well. So I end up clicking Ceaseless Edge, and I don't get my spike because I died of freaking Rocky Helmet, I guess Rough Skin, whatever. So pretty unfortunate. I did not know it worked like that, but I guess this will be good to know in the future. Kind of sucks because I really was looking to get that spike, and he's able to get up rocks for free too. So really just the momentum of the match is kind of swapped into his favor with that spin, and then now this rock. So pretty unfortunate there, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to fight through. I'm able to get another kill with Ninetales here, and with this turn right here, I definitely regret this specific turn because as he brings in Scizor, I definitely should have just sacked off my Ninetales to then get in my King Gambit with my remaining Auroraville turns and then clicked SD. But unfortunately, a misplay on my end, I end up sacking Thundurus and basically wasting 2 turns. And I think that extra turn definitely would have helped in the end because I end up still going out into King Gambit. So and I didn't really need Ninetales either, so definitely a misplay on my part. As you see, if I would have had that extra Veil turn, I at least could have taken reduced chip from this foul play, which would have made it so that I wouldn't have to have like a 50-50 here of sucker punching the Enamorus that comes out afterwards. So yeah, essentially at this turn right here, with him being Turf Fairy off preview, I'm really thinking that he's definitely Choice Scarf, Terra Fairy, and Amorous. And really my main goal right now is just get off this Sucker Punch damage so that my Choice Scarf Dragapult could just click Shadow Ball at the end game. That's really all I need is just that Sucker Punch damage. So I opt to go for Sucker Punch, but instead he reveals to be Agility. And here I'm just like, damn, you know, like that's going to be the end of the game, right? Because I'm in range of Earth Power, sadly, and you know, nothing else I have can outspeed him. So good play on his part. Definitely good prep from Burger's end. I definitely, there's not really much I could have done there. Like I definitely would have gone for Ironhead had I, you know, known I lived, but sadly with me taking that foul play chip, I didn't. And yeah, I mean, I had no other choice but to Sucker Punch, so not much I can really say there, not really much I regret doing, but yeah, just unfortunate how it worked out. So that unfortunately is going to be the end of the game. Dragapult is just going to go down to the Moonblast, and then Ninetales dies to the Earth Power. So GG's to Burger. He ended up securing that week 1 dub over me, and I mean, yeah, unfortunate that we lost, but I'm not hurting too much just because I think we prepped and played fine. Just made like 1 or 2 misplays that ended up costing us the game, but I think our prep overall was solid for this match. So I actually ended up making some transactions too that are going to come into play week 2. So come week 2, I'm actually going to go over some of our transactions that we had at the beginning of our game, and you know, just to get everybody accustomed to the new team. So thank you all for watching this week 1 battle. Week 2 should be going up next Thursday, so just stay tuned for that, and hope you all enjoy this journey, you know, through this league, this new league that we have right here. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye.